I have a number of physical books in the UK. I have a lot of physical books in Australia. But I figured let's go through them. Let's see what I've got. Let's see what I've read. Let's see what I can return to Australia. Let's see what I should either try and sell or give to a charity shop. And let's see what I'm going to try to read in 2026. I'm going to start with these ones here, just because they're easier, and then we'll go through the whole box, and hopefully I'll be able to put it right. So to begin with, Where Rainbows End by Cecilia Ahern, which I actually picked up in a charity shop a number of years ago, purely based off the cover. I don't even know if I read the blurb at the time, but I'm just obsessed with the colour. And I realised, I was talking about this book in a video somewhere, and I realised that actually I've unintentionally gone for a very similar scheme with my end screen video clip. So yes, I am a fan. And actually I think also of my channel art. It's all sort of this kind of colour scheme. It's a very big book, but actually quite easy to read, I felt, although it did take me a month. But I didn't love the book. So I feel like I either want to try and sell or donate this. And that's why it was the one that was separate from the others, because I finished this one recently and I know that that's what I want to do with it. Next, the reason why these two were separate from the rest is because I just got these really recently for free. This one is A Guide for the Perplexed by Jonathan Levi, and I can't remember now why I picked it up. It's a modern fairy tale, weaves together the stories of two strangers and their mysterious travel agent. Oh yeah, that sounds interesting. Is this a fiction or a non-fiction though? No, it says a novel, so I presume not. Well, it is fiction. But yes, this is one that I think I want to try to get to this year, if I can. And then this one I was given, and I think it is non-fiction. It's called Defying the Holocaust, 10 Courageous Christians Who Supported Jews. So I think this is 10 different stories of people who helped Jews during the Second World War. So I'm curious to read that. And the thing is, right, I'm going to say, I'm going to attempt to read this in 2026, but I don't read many physical books. I think in 2025 I read 2, maybe? So we might not get to all of them in 2026, but it's nice to know what we've got. This is a bookmark. I think my father got this for me when he was in Turkey a number of years ago, quite a lot of years ago. And actually, he's the one who gave me this book, and it is a little bit battered. It is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which I read this year, so this is one of the physical ones I read this year, and I loved it. This was a very, very, very good book. I think by the time you're watching this, I will have already uploaded both my Storygraph wrap-up and my tier ranking of all the books I read, and I'm sure this is going to end up high up in both of those, so I will link one of them up. I can't remember which side, but as of when I'm filming this, I haven't done that yet, so I don't know exactly where it's placed. But I think with this one, I'm going to try and bring it back to Australia, even though I love it. I just don't, as you can see, I don't have much space for books, and I think this was my father's copy, so I'll give it back to him. And I know that he enjoyed it too, so I will leave that for him. Next, I think a couple of Waynes are in here, so I won't show those. Quite a lot of these are Waynes, actually. That makes me feel a bit better. Okay, I've figured out that all the ones on the left were Waynes, and I think all the ones on the right are mine, so I'm just going to go with the ones on the right. And this one is Bangkok Boy by Carrie Slay. It's a Dutch book. I think I got this book many years ago. Many years ago. When we were living in Australia, we used to get one Dutch book for one of our nights of Hanukkah, one of our presents, which I just think is a brilliant gift idea. But there's quite a lot of those Dutch books that I haven't read yet. And I read another book by Carrie Slay called Spijt many years ago, and I loved that book. It was absolutely devastating, but it was so, so good. And so I brought this one back with me from Australia the last time I was there, so that I could have another Dutch book to read. And obviously I didn't get round to it in 2025, but I'm hoping I might be able to get to this before I go to Australia, hopefully, so that I can bring it back. The thing is, I have such limited space here, and I would like to bring over more Dutch books. So I feel like what I need to do is try to read this and then swap it for another Dutch book next time I go to Australia. So let's see if we get round to that one. Then this one, I can see, I got this one for my birthday, and it's not so much a book that I'm going to sit down and read, but it's Rebel Voices Monologues for Women by Women. So that's obviously a very good gift. And I kind of feel like what I might want to do with this is essentially cold read it. And I'll go into that in more depth if I do decide to go ahead with that process. But essentially it just means doing a bunch of these monologues on YouTube. So we'll see if that's how I handle this. But I haven't yet started looking through it. So yeah, I'm excited. Next, Homeland Elegies by Ayad Akhtar. And this is, I think, a non-fiction, I believe, about, it says novel though, but it's to do with 9/11 and how it affected Muslims, I think. Part fiction, part memoir is what it says. But yeah, that should be really interesting as well. The cover, I don't know, again, I got this one secondhand, and it's It just doesn't feel very nice, but it's fine. Oh, what's this one? I think I got this as a birthday gift. Inquisitor. Not this year. I think it was like last year or the year before, or maybe even many years ago. I don't know. I know nothing about this book. Oh, it's a superpower book? Oh, okay. Can alter reality with music, can bring art to life, but will their powers be enough? That sounds interesting. I have no, like, I don't know who gave me this, but it does sound interesting, so I'll have to give that a read as well. And then this next one, I think my aunt gave me just because she was going to get rid of it, and again, I was just based off the cover. I was like, I love that. Like, that just looks so sweet. And it's called The Sweet Shop of Dreams. I have had this one now for a number of years, and I haven't read it, but I do want to read it. It looks like a really sweet read, and I'm not just saying that because of the title. It just looks like a cozy, easy, you know, sweet, fun, like nothing too heavy, which is a nice change from some of those other books. So I do want to try and get around to that one. Oh, I didn't know I had this one. Oh, I need to return that to my grandfather. This is The Midnight Library. And I did love this book. And I wanted to read it for so long. It was on my to-read list for ages. And then I went to my grandparents' house in Holland, and they had it. And I borrowed it, and I never gave it back. So I need to bring that back to Holland. Well, I do have a vague memory of him saying I could keep it, but I don't have space to keep it. So I will bring that back to Holland, hopefully next time I go. I'll put that on the Australia pile so that I remember. Ooh. Oh, this one can also go back to Australia. Wie niet weg is, wordt gezien. I read this one, was it this year or last year? I can't remember. But it's a Dutch book, obviously, about the Second World War. Can you tell the kind of books I like to read? And yeah, it was a good book, but I don't need to keep it. I don't even think this was mine. I think this is one that I borrowed from my father, maybe. But yeah, I'll bring that back to Australia. Oh, this is good to go through. And that's it. There's a journal in here that I haven't used in forever. It's a bucket list. And I don't really know how I feel about bucket lists anyway. Should I look at this? Shall I see what like my bucket list items are? This is from many years ago. Be in any production of Les Miserables, yep, fair enough. Be in a professional movie, yep, fair enough. Go zorbing, yep. Zipline in nature, yep. Visit Iceland, yep. See the southern or northern lights. I saw the northern lights, that's exciting. Visit Copenhagen, still haven't done. Go to a Disney park. I haven't done since I wrote this, I don't think. See a Broadway musical, haven't been to New York. Play Veronica Sawyer, nope. Go to Eurovision, nope. And be in a West End show, nope. Fun bucket lists, but maybe a little bit too demanding. But it's okay. I'd like to think I've still got some time before I kick the bucket, so that's fun. Right, I'm gonna put all this away now somehow. I don't know how it all fit in here, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed this little... How many books do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books that are physical, that are mine, not including the journal. And of those, there are 7 that I want to read, but one of them is the plays. So, you know, that's like a bit different. So 6 actual books. Will I get through them? One of which is Dutch this year. We shall see. We'll see how many. I think for my resolutions, I said I wanted 2 physical books and 1 Dutch book. So I can get those out of there at least. But yeah. That's everything. Let me know if you've got some physical books that you are looking forward to reading this year. As you may know, I generally go with ebooks and audiobooks. Ebooks because I can read them at work on the computer, and audiobooks because I can listen to them whilst doing other things, which is great. And also, sometimes I prefer that just in general as a reading form. So yeah, I've definitely found it harder recently to like just sit and read a book. But I love it. I love it. Especially when you're like properly in it. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I'm gonna put these away and continue listening to the audiobook I'm currently listening to, and I will see you all in another video very soon. Bye!